Hey, welcome back to another video. It's Coach Justin from Ultimate Baseball Training, and in today's video, I want to talk about some habits of highly successful hitters. Let's just jump straight into it. Successful hitters have a ton of different habits that make them successful at the plate, right? But I'm confident that if you actually apply the habits that we're going to be talking about in today's video into your game, you're not only going to have more success in the batter's box, but you're going to have more fun and more confidence on the field and in your abilities, okay? So speaking of confidence, that's the very first habit, is you have to step up to the plate with confidence every single at bat, guys. Great hitters, they're all great hitters, partially because they know they're great hitters, right? You can't have success at the plate unless you truly believe that you're capable of achieving that success, right? And so it sounds basic, yeah, show up to the plate with confidence, but we've all had those at bats where we're not the most confident. Maybe we're facing a pitcher who throws hard. He's really on that. He's got good stuff. And right before you step into the batter's box, after you get your sign, maybe you've got some negative thoughts going through your head and you don't truly believe that you can get the job done. And I'm telling you, 9 times out of 10, maybe 10 times out of 10, when you step in the batter's box with that mentality, you're not going to be successful. So you have to have confidence in yourself. Where does confidence come from? It comes from, putting in the work beforehand. So making sure in practice, you're getting enough swings. You're treating each area of the strike zone with equal love so you don't have any holes in your swing, right? It's putting in the work, and really confidence comes from having success, previous success. So success in practice, success in scrimmages. We got a guy just like this on our team, and I lit him up because I was ready to go. My swing was dialed in. I had a good day in BP today. My swing feels dialed in now. I'm confident I can get the job done against this guy. This guy's nothing. That's the mentality you have to have. You always have to step up to the plate with confidence in yourself and your abilities, because you can't hit without confidence. The next habit of highly successful hitters is they have an aggressive mentality. So now we've got confidence in ourselves and our abilities, right? We get the signs from the third base coach. When we step in the batter's box, from the very first pitch, we have to anticipate that, yes, I am swinging at this pitch. All right, you have to anticipate this pitch is when you're going to make it all happen. You have to have that aggressive mentality. I love to talk about the yes, yes, no approach. If you haven't heard that before, it's basically when you step in the batter's box, you are 100% committed that, yes, this particular pitch that's coming to me right now, yes, I'm swinging. Yes, I'm swinging until it's a ball. Not maybe I'll swing at this pitch. I don't know. If it's a good pitch, then I'll try to turn it on and swing. You can't do that. It's much easier to say, yes, yes, I'm swinging at this pitch. Yes, 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 I'm swinging until it's a ball. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, that one's outside. It's easy to have that yes, yes, no mentality and say no at the last minute and put the brakes on. But you have to have an aggressive mentality, right? You have to realize you got a weapon in your hands and it's time to use it. If it's a pitch that you can handle over the white of the plate, you need to be banging. No successful hitter out there, you can't hit 400 with the bat on your shoulder. No successful hitter steps in the batter's box and says, not really feeling it today. Hopefully he walks me here. You're not going to be successful if you have that passive mentality, or maybe if it's a good pitch that I can handle, maybe I'll swing here. No, you've got to be aggressive. You got to have the yes, yes, no mentality. The next habit, great hitters have great timing. Timing is everything in hitting. It's all about rhythm and timing. And the crazy thing about timing is the very first thing that you should check if something's going wrong in your swing. If you're like, man, I just went 0 for 4. I don't know what I'm doing. I just didn't feel myself up there. Something needs to change. I need to tweak something. The first thing you should check is your timing. Were you really on time, or were you early, or were you consistently late? And the crazy thing is, timing, if you're on time, that solves a lot of your problems. So let's say you really struggle with everything getting out over your front side. You're maybe a lunger, right? Your chest is over that front side here. Well, maybe the reason why you do that is because you're not in time. Maybe you're early, and so you load and you stride and you're way too early, and so all your weight, your momentum just kind of carries you forward like this, and your timing's off. But if you fix that, if you get on time with the fastball and adjust everything else, and you develop that perfect timing, then all of a sudden you're on time, so you don't need to let your weight leak over that front side. So with timing, a lot of times with good timing, it can actually help you with some mechanical issues that you're experiencing. But if you have bad timing, it can do the opposite. It can cause those issues, just like I just described. If you're consistently early, you might be getting over that front foot, or it can cause a host of other problems. But timing, great hitters have timing. Work on your timing. The next habit is stay balanced, all right? Now, you want to stay balanced. Great hitters stay balanced pretty much throughout their entire swing, and they do it on a consistent basis. But that being said, you're definitely going to see, even at the major league level, you're going to see guys who are competitive up there, and they got 2 strikes on them, and they're fooled by a pitch. And so you are going to see those off balance, butt out swings. You are going to see them when they're over their front foot and they're lunging and stuff like that, just to do whatever it takes to put the ball in play. So yes, you don't want to stay perfectly balanced and swing and miss and strike out. If you're fooled by, you didn't recognize a pitch properly or whatever, and you got 2 strikes on you, yeah, you got to make an adjustment. You might have to hit off balance. That's 100% okay. That's what great hitters do as well. But for the majority of the time, throughout your entire swing, with your load and your stride, you want to stay balanced. If we ever lose our balance, especially before we even swing, if we lose our balance in our load and our weight gets over our backside like this, we're done. Or if we lose our balance and too much weight again is going forward, we're done. So I found the best way to keep your balance, this has worked great for a ton of our players, just focus on keeping your head between your feet. That's all you need to worry about. Don't worry about anything else. Don't have anything else going through your head. If you focus on keeping your head between your feet throughout your entire swing, right? From your load, my head's between my feet, to my stride, my head's between my feet, to my swing, my head is still between my feet, to even after I make contact with the baseball here and I get to extension here, my head is still directly between my feet. That allows me to finish with perfect balance, all right? So keep your head between your feet. This next key is so huge. That is, use the entire field, foul pole to foul pole. You want to use the entire field and be able to spray the ball all over the place. You're never going to see a successful hitter who's just strictly a pull hitter or strictly an opposite field hitter. You're never going to see it. Even guys like, Tony Gwynn was a great example of, yes, he would go to the opposite field quite a bit, but he would also, if the ball was inside, he would also pull the baseball. He wasn't strictly an opposite field hitter or, strictly a pull hitter. And so you have to be able to use the field. And my biggest recommendation is to work on this in practice, but hit the ball where it's pitched. So for a pitch that's right over the middle of the plate, like the tee's positioned here, I want to make contact with that pitch, boom, and focus on driving that pitch right back up the middle, okay? Staying in the middle portion of the field. For an inside pitch, if I move it up and in, the reason why I moved it up forward towards you is because I want to make contact with that pitch, pull my hands in and make contact a little bit further out in front, and I'm going to pull that pitch. And then lastly, if the ball is away, I'm going to let that ball travel a little bit deeper, and I'm actually going to hit that ball to the opposite field. But use the entire field because pitchers are going to pitch you in different locations. You got to be able to spray the ball all over the field. The next habit is practice with a purpose. Every successful hitter practices with a purpose. And what I mean by that is, let's just take basic tee work, right? We all hit off of the batting tee, or at least you should. Just your average hitters, or your hitters that aren't very good, they just go off the tee and they start hacking with no rhyme or reason. They don't have a plan. They're not really getting better at anything. They may take 200 swings on the day and not get any better at all, right? And great hitters, what they do is they practice with some sort of a purpose. They have a goal in mind of what they want to actually work on. Whether it's, hey, I really struggle with the outside pitch, I need to work on the outside pitch. Or I struggle with keeping my hands back on the off-speed stuff, so I really need coach to flip me some curveballs today. You have to have every single day a plan. What are you doing to get better, to improve your on-field results? Don't just swing to swing. Don't just practice to practice. You have to have a plan and a reason for doing what you're doing. The last habit is fail forward. And what I mean by that is simply learn from your mistakes. Baseball is a game of failure. We talk about that all the time. You're going to fail a heck of a lot more times than you're going to succeed. Heck, if you fail 6 or 7 times out of 10 at the plate, you're going to be an all-star, if not in the Hall of Fame, right? That means that Hall of Fame, all-star caliber players, they only get 3 or 4 hits for every 6 or 7 failures that they experience, right? Out of 10 at bats, they're only successful 30 or 40% of the time. The rest of the time, they're back to the dugout. They're failing. They're striking out. They're popping up. They're grounding out, okay? They're lining out, whatever. So the question is not, are you going to fail because baseball is a game of failure? It's, what are you going to do about that failure? Are you going to learn something? Are you going to take away from something from those at-bats that you failed at, those strikeouts? Are you going to learn something from that so you can avoid that next time at the plate? or are you just going to continue to fall into the same cycle, the same trap, continue to make the same mistakes, all right? So don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's why you got to play loose and have fun. Mistakes, failure, it's part of the game, but fail forward. Always try to take away something from that failure. Use failure as a learning experience. I really hope you found this video helpful, and before you go, I want you to grab my free Bat Speed Boosters workout. This is a free workout that's going to help you over the next few days really see dramatic improvements in your bat speed, which is going to lead to more power, more doubles, and more home runs, which is what it's all about as a hitter. So this is a 100% free bat speed workout. It's my gift to you. All you have to do to grab it is just click on the link in the first comment. I'll leave that link there in the first comment, and I'll pin that comment, so it's super simple for you to find. So go ahead and do that right now. Grab your free Bat Speed Boosters workout. If you enjoyed this video, please leave me a like. I'd really appreciate that. If you have ideas for future videos, some things you'd like to be discussed, then leave them in the comment section below. And last thing, if you're not already, be sure to subscribe to our channel. We're coming out with new baseball videos every single week. I don't want you to miss any of them. So subscribe, join the family, and turn your notifications on. That way you're notified whenever we release a new one. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.